What's good, everybody on YouTube? It's your boy Akil McLeod back with another live video. And today we are going to be covering eBay managed payments. And I know I've been discussing this just about every live so far, but I think it's in the kind of nature as I'm learning more information about it as well. Last live show I did, I talked to you guys and I told you when it was like an English guy that works with eBay. He gave me a call just to see if I had any questions about eBay managed payments. A few other people told me they received that same call from the same gentleman. So now that I have a little more information, they even sent me an email today, just about maybe an hour and a half ago. So I figured it's really fresh information, and a lot of people will probably be wanting just some more clarification. So of course, I'll try to explain everything that I'm seeing best as I can. And I figured it'll be really good to just discuss this on a live forum, just so we can kind of bump ideas back and forth. So as people are starting to come into the chat, make sure you guys are hitting that like button, because it definitely helps the channel grow. And it just lets more people see what we're doing here on YouTube is actually useful and people are gaining some value from it. So just in case you guys didn't know, I do these live shows every Thursday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Today, a little late, had some technical difficulties, but it is what it is. We usually stay on here for about an hour, sometimes a little longer. And I usually will just answer any entrepreneur or reseller questions that you guys may have. So like I said, once you guys are coming into the chat, if you have any questions, guys, unanswered or anything like that, I'll try to get to those shortly after we start combing through this email about eBay's managed payments. So I'm seeing a couple people in the chat now. Vonzella Riggs, good evening to you as well. I remember that name. She definitely purchased one of the consistency tees. Thanks again for the support. Let's see. Lance Reed, how do I receive my payments quickly on eBay with the payment hold? I'm pretty sure I'll get into that in a little while. And we got S. Marie, blessings to you, and Dom, what's good? Thank you very much. Same to you. All right, y'all. So as people are starting to come in, let me just briefly go through some of the big details that I'm seeing here on the email. It's basically just saying get your account ready for activation now. And ironically, I thought everything was going to get turned over to eBay's managed payments July 15th. That was the original deadline that I kept seeing. But now it says your account will be activated for managed payments between August 3rd and August 7th. And it says we will notify you again 2 business days in advance of your move and 1 final time after your account is activated. So they're going to give us some more notifications on when managed payments actually do take full effect. I think the 15th was probably just the registration date to make sure that you have your bank account set up. You provide them with all the information that they need. And from then on, we'll probably start seeing some more changes. Because for me, I've been still making some sales, and everything is still going through PayPal. So everything didn't take full effect yet. Let's see. I'm gonna make sure I address everybody in the chat. Kicks Griffey, what's going on, bro? How you doing? Michael Horde, what's going on? How you feeling? Let's see who else is in here. Have you ever, Junior the 13th? Let's see. How are you? Have you ever heard of Trusted Kicks mystery boxes? Are they profitable? I'm gonna get into that later today. My wife is already laughing. I'm gonna get into that later today because I really just want to cover eBay managed payments. I know a lot of people probably will be clicking on this and wanting to get to that information. So I'm definitely going to address that. So stick around. I'm gonna definitely address that later on. But just a few key points that I'm seeing with the managed payments real quickly. Just skimming through it. So it says, remember what to expect when eBay manages payments. More ways for buyers to pay: credit, debit, gift cards, Apple Pay, Google Pay, PayPal, and PayPal Credit. So even with eBay's managed payments, people can still pay via PayPal, but I don't think the payment will go to your PayPal balance. The PayPal payment, that money will end up going straight to your bank account or whichever accounts that you guys attach to your eBay managed payments. Next, it says one place to sell and get paid all on eBay, a single source for fees, customized reports, refunds, simplified protections, and dedicated support. Now, this is something good that I kept saying that is one of the things where I'm really optimistic about eBay managed payments, is because it's just one single place to deal with stuff. I even got one comment. Somebody said that they still was getting kind of like referred to go back and check with their bank anytime they had any problems. Because as you guys know, with eBay managed payments, they rolled out kind of like a sample so some people can see what it was about, kind of like just to test it out. So they open it up for a few thousand people. But it seems as if, it's going to be just one single source for fees and everything like that. Streamlined operations, payouts consistently available within 2 business days and deposited weekly or daily. And it also provides a short video on payouts as well. What I'm reading here is just the email that eBay sends us. So if you guys didn't get this, probably check your emails. But I know I try to keep up with my eBay emails as often as possible. Next up, this is also something really important that I wanted to make sure that I got more information about, is just simplified fees. It says once activated for managed payments starting late July, you will pay an updated final value fee consisting of a category-based percentage of the total amount of the sale plus a 30-cent fixed fee per order. Now, I'm pretty sure this is very similar to their final value fees already. But I think what the big thing is that they're going to just start taking the fees out once the payment comes in, instead of seeing that huge bill at the end of the month, that huge invoice. Because, if those of us that sell on eBay, once we make a payment, once we make sales, we don't pay the fees until like 15 or 14 days later. No, not 50. We don't pay until the next statement. It says your final value fee will be automatically deducted from your sales proceeds, and the rest will be paid out directly to your bank account. You can cover the cost of refunds from your bank account or credit card when your pending payout is not sufficient to cover the refund amount, and you will not pay any payment processing fees to PayPal. Now, for me, that's definitely one of the biggest things. Those PayPal processing fees have definitely been very annoying. And one thing that I didn't necessarily know, I found this out kind of later on once I started reselling. Even if a buyer, say a buyer makes an order and they cancel that order, you're still responsible for that 2.9% PayPal fee, because it's 2.9% of whatever the purchase price is plus 30 cents. So you're still responsible for that PayPal fee. And there were times I even tried to call PayPal and try to figure out if I can still get that refunded. But they basically always tell me, every single time I've called several times, just trying to see if somebody else can work with me. But they always just tell me the same thing. They don't refund the fees because they've already processed the payment, and that was the service that they provided. So they're not necessarily going to refund you because they did their job. So I've tried it several times, just didn't work. But it is what it is. So the thing with the whole the good thing about it as to why you don't have to pay any processing fees to PayPal. And what I'm hoping is that if cancel orders do come in, as they sometimes do, buyers buy stuff by mistake or buyer's remorse, I'm just hoping that since everything is housed under one roof now, if there's a cancel type of situation, you'll still get your processing fees. You won't have to worry about paying processing fees and returns and stuff like that. So that's basically the main things that I just wanted to cover. I just wanted to cover some of those stuff really, really quickly. They have some other notes on here where they say review your eBay integration and reconciliation processes. Basically, if you use a third-party platform, please reach out to your third-party integrator to check if your integration will need changes. And it also says if you use eBay and or PayPal APIs, your store will need to be integrated with the new eBay managed payments APIs. And if you list directly on eBay, no other changes to your account are required. So a lot of those integration services is probably stuff like List Perfectly, those type of places that let you list in multiple platforms. Where you can share where you can like list on eBay and Poshmark and Mercari. A lot of those things, they're probably just making sure that you check in with some of those places just so that everything flows smoothly. And of course, they said they're going to update us 2 days prior and the day before. So that's good to know that we'll get those notifications as things come in. So let's see what's going on in chat. Bonzella Riggs, yes, indeed. Thank you. Do love the t-shirt and the 2X. Absolutely. Thank you. Coast to coast, what's going on? Let's see. Has every seller gotten the managed payments eBay email? I don't think I received it yet. I don't know if they sent it to everybody. I'm pretty sure they did, but I just got it and I figured this is the perfect time to just kind of, cover those type of information. Because I know for me, sometimes when new things come up on eBay, I sometimes try to check and see if other resellers covered it yet. And I know this type of information is super important. Some people are completely against managed payments, and others like myself, I'm just rolling with the punches. I know with business, you're always going to experience different changes. You're always going to experience ups and downs and just, stuff like that. So I'm just rolling with it. Hopefully everything runs smooth. Let's see. How does shipping work with managed payments? Do you get your money before you ship the product? I believe you do get your money like immediately. I don't know if you'll be able to access it immediately. It did say it takes, let me read exactly where it says where they were talking about payments, just so that I don't say anything that's not 100% accurate. Let's see here. When they talked about payouts, it said you can get paid. You basically can choose your payment methods. So you can get paid weekly or daily. I'm definitely going to be going with that daily option. It says payouts consistently available within 2 business days and deposited weekly or daily. Watch a short video on payouts. So I'm pretty sure we should probably just keep some funds in whichever account that you attach. Just keep some funds in there to cover the cost of shipping. And as the payouts become available after the 2 business days, it'll kind of just come back to you that way. So for me, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just always going to make sure I keep some, just keep a small amount of money in whichever accounts that I use, just so that I can cover the cost of shipping. And one thing that I was kind of wary about was because I've been using the PayPal debit card that they sent out, and I've been using that to basically pay for any shipping that I do, especially with Pirate Ship. I linked that PayPal debit card to Pirate Ship, so it still just comes right out of PayPal. But the good thing is that it's a money back debit card, so every month I still get a little bit of money. It's nothing crazy, but just a few bucks every month. But at the same time, all those small income streams, they always add up. So even if you get $12 back from shipping at the end of the month, that's still $12 that I wouldn't have gotten back anyway. So to answer your question in a nutshell, I don't think the money will be available right away to cover the cost of shipping. So I think it's just best to keep some money in your account. That way, once the payments come in, you can cover the cost of shipping. Let's see. What is the subject of the email? Just wanted to search it in my inbox. It says, update, your activation date for managed payments is approaching. Let's see. Would you ever consider going treasure hunting at Roses in one of our areas to search as a team and maybe split earnings? Oh, Ross's, my bad. Would you ever consider going treasure hunting at Ross's in one of our areas to search as a team and maybe split earnings of that day? Yeah, that would be dope. That would be a good little video. I wouldn't mind doing something like that. I got to get back to this question. So, Junior the 13th. So, I think that's all I'm going to talk about for managed payments. So as I said earlier, if you guys got any reseller questions that you guys want covered, definitely drop that in the comment section. I'm going to try to get to those as soon as possible because I'm going to stay on here for about an hour. So any questions that you guys have, just drop it in the comment section. But first off, how are you? Have you ever heard of Trusted Kicks mystery boxes? Are they profitable? Now, I'll give you guys the full rundown. I never made a dedicated video about Trusted Kicks, and I didn't want to necessarily bash them, but it's a question, so I'm gonna answer the question. You guys know always keep it 100. So I was doing some business with Trusted Kicks for a while, and it's a company based, I think they're in Milwaukee. So they were doing mystery boxes. I found them out on Instagram, and for a while I was doing the mystery boxes. Just about maybe 6 months, maybe 7 months, I was doing them for a little while, and I was getting some decent boxes. Some of the shoes that I would get from the boxes, they were called mystery beater boxes. So that most of the items in the boxes were used, and they take trades in their store. So I'm pretty sure, 90% sure, that the stuff that they sell in the mystery boxes are shoes that they take on as trades when people want to, trade up for anything in their store. So some of the shoes would be trashed. Some would be in decent condition. You might have to clean them up and just do your thing to make sure that you can flip them. So I got a few good boxes. I was even keeping some of the shoes for myself because it was stuff that it was kind of, some of them were kind of hyped. Some of them was more expensive Jordans that I usually don't come across, especially at that time when I was just predominantly thrifting. So I was doing really well. For about 5 months, things was good. The last box I got from them, it was a simple mistake. They sent me the wrong box, and the box that they sent me was a less expensive box than the box that I purchased. The box I purchased was probably $400. the box they sent me was still on the website for like $200. So I knew exactly what it was. And of course, I just sent them an email, said, hey, what should I do? Should I take it to UPS? What should I do? Never responded to any of my emails. They don't have a customer phone. They don't have like a customer service phone number that you can call either. Everything is just via email. So of course I was hitting them up on Instagram, sent them sent several emails, no response, completely nothing. So of course, anytime that's why I always tell people it's super important to make purchases with your credit card. That way, if there's problems, you can always dispute it. So I just went ahead and I disputed it with my credit card, got the money back, and I never was able to, they never responded to my emails, like I said. So once I got my money back, I ended up just selling the shoes anyway. But with that, one thing I forgot to tell you guys is that Trusted Kicks, they have a membership program. So you have to pay $20 a month just to gain access to some of these mystery boxes. So with that terrible customer service, I canceled my membership. And when I asked them to cancel my membership, they canceled it immediately. But it was via the same email threads that I was sending before. It was the same thread. So they were seeing my stuff. They just literally just ignored it completely. So ever since then, it rubbed me the wrong way. I never really was a fan of Trusted Kicks after that, because as you guys know, as business owners, as aspiring entrepreneurs, we all know how important customer service is. And to me, that was it. Like having bad customer service, and they have an online presence. They're on Instagram, and I was blowing them up. I was sending them direct messages, putting comments in some of their recent posts, but I never got any responses. So I never wanted to go ahead and like make a expose video or bash them, but it's one of those things where I think it's important to let people know, at least from my experience. I'm not going to say they're terrible, because I definitely made some good money with them. But if you guys have problems via customer service, just don't get your hopes up. And for me, I know I was spending a lot of money with them, so I just cut it off completely. But it is what it is. I'm pretty sure they're still doing well. But like I said, I'm one of those people. I don't even shop at Goodwill and Savers anymore, because I just don't like how they do business. And I've been telling people for the longest, if you don't like how a certain business treats you, or you don't feel comfortable, it's up to you to spend your money with them. And for me, I just made the choice not to spend money. So that was that in a nutshell. Let's see. Toya Wright Michael. Can you recap the different types of stores on eBay? I want to get started on eBay. Thanks for the feedback. So you can choose, I think it's 4 or 5 different store options. They have a starter store, which is I think like $5 or $10 a month. Then you have a basic store, which I have, and the basic store, you get 250 fixed listings every month, which are buy it now. Just buy it now listings. And then you also have 250 auction listings that's available. So I have a total of 500 listings a month. And I think the next store after that, you can list up to $1,000, and that costs you, I think, $60. The basic store I know cost me $25, because I did the annual membership, or the annual discounted rate. That way I could at least save $5 a month. So the stores range from 10, 25, 60, and I believe like $100 store if you have a really, really big store. I think it's the enterprise store. So I always tell people it's super important to just, once you start listing more than 50 items a month, to me, I think it's best to just invest in an eBay store, because you'll actually be saving some money on listing fees. Once you start listing a bunch of stuff on eBay, eBay charges, I think 35 cents per listing if you don't have a store. So by having a store, you save money on listing fees, and then you also get a discount on final value fees based on your store type, and they also send you shipping credit. So every month, since I have a basic eBay store, every quarter I get $25 for shipping supplies. So I either use that for tape, I might use that for bags, just shipping supplies, stuff like that, but it always comes in handy. So I always tell people it's a good thing to just invest in that store once you're utilizing more than 50 listings. If you have a very small amount of stuff that you're trying to sell, or if you're just getting brand new to eBay, don't buy a store yet, because you might not like selling on eBay. eBay is very different than Mercari and Poshmark and a lot of these other apps. It's a lot more complicated, and it has a lot of other twists and turns, I should say. So if you have say 25 stuff in your store and you're just trying to get it going, Just don't even worry about it. Let's see. Hey, what's going on? Hope all is well. About shipping free. Oh, hope all is well. Question about shipping free or calculated. I'm definitely on the fence. Been for years. Whenever I look at my item that sold 9 times out of 10, it's calculated. But for me, I just prefer doing free shipping, and I just add the cost of shipping into the buy it now price. And the big difference, what I've seen with that, is that with eBay, they charge you they charge you for the final value fee they charge is based on how much the item sold for. And if you charge shipping, they also charge you a fee on that. So I just decided to at least try to save a little bit of money on the shipping side of the fees. I just would integrate the cost of the shipping into my purchase price. And the other good thing about that too is that when I was charging for shipping, I would always accept offers. And anytime I would get an offer, it would usually just be, they would try to subtract the cost of shipping, because buyers traditionally just don't like to pay for shipping. So I would sometimes still accept it and then found myself losing money. So I figured it would just be less of a headache to just include the cost of shipping into the price, don't accept offers, and just wait until the right buyer comes along. That way I don't have to keep looking at my phone and seeing lowball offers and getting pissed off. It just made more sense for me to do it that way. But calculated shipping, I've never really even gave that a try. Like I always did flat rate shipping. So I would always calculate how much the item would cost previous to listing it. So if I knew for a fact this could fit in a padded flat rate envelope, I would just charge like $8 because I know padded flats would cost like $7.50. So I never really did too much calculated shipping, but I mean, it makes sense. It just, either way, you can't go wrong. Let's see. My question is, if we're supposed to get discounted and better views for free shipping, why isn't anyone really doing it? And that's how I feel anyway. Yeah, a lot of people do free shipping. There's a lot of sellers that do free shipping and free returns. I don't do free returns, but eBay was really pushing for sellers to use free returns. So for me, like I said, I just do free shipping. If the item doesn't fit, and the person wants to return it, they have to pay for the cost of shipping. And that's just what works best for me. But I always tell people, it's 1,000,001 ways to run your eBay store. I just like showing you guys how I do it, but calculated shipping, all of that type of stuff, free shipping, free returns, it works. It definitely gets more eyes. Let's see. Damn, I was about to buy the year membership for $200. A year membership? Nah, bro. Yeah, don't do it. Don't. The thing is, I would give it a shot on like a monthly basis, because if you pay up for the year, now you're forced to use it for the year. So if you experience something like what I experienced and you already paid for the year, you can't do nothing about it. So I would say, if you want to give it a shot, give it a shot. Try month to month. That's what I did. And I think I was paying just the $20 a month. And like I said, I made some good money with them. So don't get me wrong. It's Trusted Kicks is cool. They did what they had to do, but the customer service was lacking. And to me, that's huge. So I just know I wasn't with it. Have you ever used a view bot? I don't even know what a view bot is. I know bots when people buy shoes with bots, but a view bot, I'm not familiar with that. If you could drop another comment, let me know more about that. That would be great. Let's see. I also saw that one YouTuber bashed Trusted Club and barely had like 20 subs, and they fixed this issue. They wanted to avoid all bad publicity. And that's my thing. I didn't even want to like make a video about it and all. They do have really bad ratings on Google already. So it's like, this isn't new. I don't know if they're trying to fix the bad publicity, like they're trying to go back and make things right. And if they are trying to do that, more power to them. But they already was getting bashed on a lot of platforms. That's why I didn't want to add to the fire. It was like, I felt stupid myself. Let's see. If you have a bad couple of days at Ross, do you stop going there for a couple of days and hope for a restock, or do you still go every day? Yeah, like today I didn't go to Ross, but yesterday, the day before, I went. And usually if one bad day happens, chances are I'm probably still going to go the next day, or I might go to a different Ross in a different city just to see if they got restock. But it's just like thrifting. Some days you come up big, some days you don't. So I still go, because you never know. You never know. Let's see. How do you stop your wife from taking your fines? My wife likes to claim executive privilege and walk away with something in her size. I saw the black 270s you sold before your wife got to them.
All right.
You said, how do you stop your wife? I don't. If she want it, she gonna steal it. That's when someone steals it. You don't have no choice.
I don't steal.
You want to tell the people that? Yeah, I'm right. Sometimes I give it to her. Sometimes she do steal, but most of the time I give it to her. Most of the time. What did I feel like you did? You guilted me into something. Let me tell him. You guilted me into something. I don't remember what shoe it was, but you definitely just was like, "Oh no, I like it so much," and I was gonna give it to her anyway. Let's see. How do, brother? I have a problem shipping large items like toys. How do you manage those items? Oh, bro, pirate ship. Anything large and heavy is perfect for pirate ship. You got to use that to save money on shipping. I know if it's like a first class item, if it's a flat rate item, it's the same cost on eBay as with pirate ship. But if you're dealing with like a really heavy item, most people would say, FedEx Smart Post. I used to use FedEx Smart Post all the time when I was dealing with bulkier, heavier stuff. But nowadays, if it's like a big pair of shoes or if it's something just big and bulky, pirate ship is the way to go. So I did the video on that. So you might want to invest in like some of those big poly mailer bags to put it in there. But like I said, it's definitely worth it because in my last live show, somebody said they did the math and they realized that they saved over $250 using pirate ship as opposed to shipping via eBay. So it's definitely there, bro. It's definitely there. You trying to defend yourself? The camera right there.
I know. First of all, I don't steal. This is how I do it. I always ask Akil. I say, Akil, how much does this sell for? Mm-hmm. Akil say, oh, it's not that much. I say, what's that much? Akil say, like $100. And I say, oh, damn, can't have it. That's normally how it goes. Anytime Akil say it don't sell for that much, it always really sell for that much. He just don't like to make me feel bad. That's what he do. I learned you already.
You learned me.
Yes. So for you, young man, asking about your wife, well, just tell her how much it costs, how much it'll sell for. And if it's over 100, she shouldn't take it because then that's taken from the profits, right?
Yeah, but my thing is, I be wanting you to have fly shoes too because you can't be in the gym wearing those dusty crusties.
Akil only had one dusty crusty.
And we sold it.
See, we sold them still.
Yeah.
No, we gave them to the Goodwill.
Nah, well, those was the dusties.
Damn, I had two dusty crusties.
Dusty.
I'm embarrassed.
Those is real bad. The Goodwill, I don't even think they took them. I think they gave them back.
See, this bottle. Bye, y'all. Bye. But anyway, I'll see y'all on the next show.
But anyway, tell your wife how much it costs. It might help. Or she might say, oh, and you paid how much? And then she might keep it. She might, oh, it's a saving. You never know. You never know, bro. But let me see. I've got the padded flat rate envelopes now, but they're pretty small. I can't fit a shoe in there bigger than a 9 men's. Am I missing something? No, you're not missing something. With me, I just try to finesse the bag the best way I can. And if I gotta throw some tape on the bag, I throw some tape on there too. And I've been doing it for years now, and it's never been a problem. So certain sizes, maybe like a 10 and a half for me is like the limit. But I've squeezed some good shoes in there. And the other thing is too, I try to put the shoes, I put the soles together. So I don't try to squish the shoe when it comes in. When the buyer gets it, they get both shoes back to back. So that way the shoe still holds its shape. And as you guys know, the majority of the shoes that I get from Ross usually does ship out in a padded flat rate bag. And I've been selling just single shoes without box for years, and I've never gotten any complaints. So I'm not going to say to squish the shoe and try to damage it by any means. That's not the goal. But the good thing is, like I said before, with pirate ship, if the shoe doesn't fit in the padded flat, I'll put it in a box, put the box in the bag, and at the absolute most, I'm spending $9.56 as opposed to before I even got onto pirate ship. If it didn't fit in a padded flat, my next option was like a medium. No, my next option above the padded flat would be a regional A box, and I was like $10.80 at most. And then if it didn't fit in the regional A, then I would have to put it in a medium flat, which was like $13-14. So when I keep telling people about saving money with shipping with the shoes, as long as it can fit, as long as it's if it's bigger than a padded flat rate bag, the most I'm spending is $9.56. But before, the most I would spend was like $14. So huge amount of savings for me. And just compounding that amount of savings every week, every month, a lot of money. Let's see. The call out man. I do no returns. Still have been good. I mean, I just do return just because I was doing a lot of clothing and stuff like that, and I knew a lot of times people would not, just if it didn't fit, they would definitely not want to. They'd just feel more trusted. I guess they would just feel more comfortable making the purchase if they knew they could return it if the item didn't fit. The other thing is with returns, and this is the tricky thing too. If the item isn't as described and they open up an item as not described case, whether you accept returns or not, they can still return it. So just by knowing that and taking that into consideration, I just said, let me just open it up. But I know there's a lot of people that don't do returns and their sales are still really good. I think it just depends on what you're selling and how much you're selling it for. I realized that a lot of those like cheaper items, like $30 and under, for some reason, I will always get a return or item not as described. And it was just just that audience. You know what I mean? It's those people that they want a deal, but they want it. It's like the people that are very cheap always want like the biggest and best. I don't get it, but that's what I used to experience all the time. It would just piss me off. Let's see. I'm sure it varies what time of day would you say is the best time to find new sneakers at a store? Honestly, I really don't even know what time because every store is different. There's like 3 different Rosses right around me, and every one of them restock at different times. So I just try to go, like I said, every day, and I go at different times. Some days I might go early. Some days I might go at 5 o'clock. Some days I might go at 7:30 right before they close, just to see if they're putting out anything new. And that's just what works best for me. At one point before quarantine and all this stuff happened, Ross used to stay open late. And one of my favorite Rosses in my area, they used to restock around 5:30 every day. And now they don't do that anymore. So I just try to go as often as possible, see if I can, figure it out. Where's the best place to get cheap 6x9 poly bags? I would probably go to eBay I'll probably go to eBay. I probably, because Amazon stuff is probably a little more expensive, especially if you're going to be, prime shipping and all that stuff. Usually I find better deals on eBay. Got a lot of questions in here. Let me try to get through these. You said you don't accept offers. When an offer is made, do you just ignore it or do you reply to the buyer letting them know you don't accept offers? So sometimes I might get an offer on an item that I'm not accepting offers on. They might send me a message. My reply is always, well, honestly, sometimes I ignore it. Sometimes it's just, just whatever. But there is sometimes where they might send me an offer on an item that I've had sitting for a very long time. I might not have changed the price. I'll go back in and check the comps, and for whatever reason, now that item that I priced at 120 is selling for $90 on average over the last month. And somebody will send me an offer, oh, would you take $90? If it's selling for what the market says it's selling for, I will definitely go ahead and accept that. But usually I just ignore it because I try to stay in touch I try to like monitor my eBay store and just change prices, change listings, photos, all those types of stuff. I try to do that often. So it's very, very rare that I'm pricing something way off. Let's see. Okay, ViewBot is like you copy link into program and put how many views you want into items so it boosts sales. I had no clue about that. I'm gonna have to Google that. I had no clue about ViewBot. If it's boosting sales, I'm down. I'm gonna have to check that out. Let's see. Big drop week on Nike sneakers. Grateful Dead SBs retail for $110 and resale for like $1,200, and Off-White Jordan 4s retail for $200, resell like $800. All right, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. When it comes to Nike sneakers, I'm a big loser. I always lose. And the thing is, I found myself deleting the app, put the app back on my phone. A big drop is coming. I'll get the app again and I'll try to see if I could win, and I'll miss out. And then very rare do I ever hit on Nike sneakers. I'm one of those people, like very, very seldom do I ever hit on Nike sneakers. Those Grateful Deads, I think those furry joints, got a lot of fur on them. I mean, they're dope, but chances of me getting my hands on them very slim, so I don't even waste my time. I probably should still try at least, but I took so many L's, bro. I just try to manage my peace and not even get involved. Let's see. Macari has been good lately in terms of sales. That's what's up. Got to get that money however you can. Let's see. Here's a tip. When shipping larger shoes in padded envelope, you can use cling wrap, aka saran wrap, to tightly compress the shoes together to make them fit into the padded envelope. That's a gem right there. Thanks a lot, Kevin. That's a gem. I'm gonna try that myself. Pirate ship goes off box size. I love Pirate ship. They also offer simple export rate for international shipping. Yeah, I shipped some stuff to Canada, and it was like $25 if I used like a padded flat. I think the $25 was the cheapest option when I was trying to ship it on eBay, and I tried to ship the same item on Pirate Ship, and I think it was like $16. So that was a huge discount right there. So definitely like that. What's going on, Vasquez Vintage? What's going on? Maggie in the Moon, what's going on? How you doing? She probably talking about when Dom was in the camera. Let's see. I got banned from eBay for 3 days for selling a counterfeit item. It was a fake Coach purse, but I never said it was real. I said it was fake in the description. That's funny. You can't sell the fakes, bro. Like, you just can't sell the fakes. And it happens. Like, I remember I sold a jersey that I thought was real, but it turned out to be a fake jersey. Ever since then, anytime I get a jersey that I'm like kind of questionable about, I just don't even list it anymore. Like, I just try my best not to get, suspended on eBay and anything like that. And the only thing is, that's another reason why I try to, of course, I still thrift, but when you're selling brand new items, you don't run into those type of problems anymore. Not saying that they don't sell brand new fakes, but you can always try to, show the proof that, I bought this from such and such store. Here's the receipt, and try to avoid getting suspended. But it happened to me, I think 2.5 years ago, where I got my account. First, I don't remember exactly what the first situation was, but I know the first thing was a jersey. The second thing was a jersey. And by me selling the jersey, I got suspended for 3 days. And when you're suspended, you just can't list new items. You can still sell anything that you have listed, but you can't list new items. So that was just bad for business. Let's see. What do you think about the situation with USPS slowing down their service with the fourth quarter coming? I didn't know they were slowing down. I could tell stuff was slow because a lot of items that I was shipping, like everybody that's been ordering these shirts, I was trying to ship them out. Let me just move my mic so you have to see these. Everybody that was ordering the consistency shirts, I would upload the tracking information on the site, but it wouldn't. It almost seemed like they wasn't scanning the packages, and I wasn't getting updates until maybe 2 days afterwards. So I would usually ship the shirts out same day or the very next morning, and they wasn't tracking the tracking just wasn't updating. So I don't know if this is going to continue on until fourth quarter. I hope it doesn't, because fourth quarter, as everyone knows, is huge for reselling and just online sales. So I'm hoping everything gets back to normal. They usually do hire a bunch of like seasonal people to kind of just be prepared for the fourth quarter. So hopefully that does help us out. But honestly, if USPS slows down with their stuff, it just is what it is. We're just gonna have to deal with it. That's one of the things that's just out of our control. But hopefully they get things back in order. People actually are fine with shoes in padded flat rate envelopes, surprisingly. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I've been shipping out shoes in padded flat rate bags for years now, and I've never received a complaint. People never said the shoes was damaged, because I'm not forcefully trying to damage the shoes. If the shoes legitimately just don't fit, well, then I won't use the bag. But I mean, I received shoes in a padded flat and I was fine with it. So it is what it is. People, I think, are more concerned with getting their items in the condition that they see it in the photos, and they get it fast. Like, I made a couple sales on Poshmark today, and the first question was, when are you going to ship? And granted, that's because it's Poshmark and people are used to Poshmark sellers shipping out stuff slow. But I just know for a fact buyers are very concerned with just getting their stuff fast. And that's what I try to make sure I do. Let's see. With larger shoes that don't quite fit, I would cut an extra piece from another padded envelope and tape it to the original envelope. I never had any issues. Wow, my man got this. That's smart. That's very smart. I like that idea. I'm going to have to use that. That's why I do these live shows, because we just bumping ideas off each other. That's amazing. Thank you. Let's see. I reward myself every so often if I find something in my size, but I low-key hide things that I know my family or friends / roommates would want. You got to hide it. You got to hide it. Because then you're going to, if you're a nice person, you're just going to give it away. But you don't want the friends and family seeing all your stuff. You got to hide that. See, I don't even try to hide it from my wife. I come in the house, I show her the shoes. I'll be like, you like that? She takes it. Right. She's like, you can't hide from me. I just show it to her. And she just sometimes it might be something dope, but she just, might not be interested. But if it's an 8.5 or a 9, it's gone. Let's see. As a new seller, eBay puts a limit on how many pairs of sneakers you can sell on there. I could only list 5 pairs. What? 5 pairs? I did not know about that. That sucks. You can always call eBay and request for them to, like, any of those like limits that they put. You can always call and ask, even if you're a new seller. If you call and just ask them, I'm pretty sure they can work with you, especially if you've been making some sales. You can just ask, and if they don't, and whoever you're speaking with, if they don't answer, or if they don't, give you the access, hang up, call again. And that's all I would do. I literally just keep calling until I get whatever I'm calling about. I just keep calling. And now you can't necessarily call and get an answer, because if you call eBay, they just lead you to voicemail. So what I do is I would put the request in for them to call me. And then, if the call doesn't work, if they don't do what I asked them to do, put another request and get back on the phone. Let's see. What size poly mailers do you need to do the box in a bag method? Where do you buy them? I get all of mine from eBay. Size 14 by 19, and I think it's 14.5 by 19. That's the bag I use. I think it's other bags you probably can find, but I just use those bags because it's the perfect size for the shoes. Let's see. How do you block someone on eBay? I got a low baller. I know it's not personal, but he counters even less than his initial offer. Go on, just Google block eBay. Google block eBay bidder list. I just Google those exact words, block eBay bidder list, and it'll take you directly to the link. And you shouldn't even need to log back into your eBay account, because I have a very extended list of blocked people on eBay from when I used to accept offers. And I feel like it was just trolls. Like they might have been people watching the channel and they just send lowball offers just to be funny. I just block them. Joke's on you. Let's see. Have you made any friends with loss prevention or a worker at a Ross or Marshalls to give you intel on restocking or when they get that new fire? No, I probably should. But for me, like I said, I go so often that I eventually become friendly with the employees and stuff. But I don't even try doing that type of stuff. If I find it, cool. If I don't, I'll be back tomorrow. Let's see. For returns on eBay, when buyer pays shipping during the initial purchase, do we give their shipping money back as well? Yeah, so you said during the initial for returns. Yeah, so if it's a return, I think you do have to give the shipping back. Like I said, the majority of my items are free shipping, so I don't even remember, but I'm pretty sure you refund everything back. As long as you receive the item back as you shipped it out, and it's not a problem or anything like that, you ship back everything. You refund everything. Show off reviews. Let's go. You already know. Let's see. Yeah, I got the fake from the thrift for $2. I knew it was fake, but I thought someone might still want it. Yeah, there's a lot of people that rock with fakes. I feel like, there's a market for it. Like that's why they keep making it. People don't care if it's fake or not. There's definitely a market for it. But I mean, chances are I'll probably sell it locally if you're trying to, and just of course say it's fake and try to sell it locally, because you better off doing it that way. But doing it online, chances are whichever platform, you're probably going to get in trouble. Let's see. I had mailed a priority package last week and it was a week late. That's ridiculous. I had shipped out some stuff to my mom for Mother's Day. I think it was priority. It took 2 months for her to get it. Granted, this was like in the thick of quarantine when everything was crazy, but it took a very, very long time. I'm late. Hi, Akil. Where's my beautiful friend Dami? She's actually on the couch chilling right now. The consistency shirts, men's sizing or unisex? They are unisex. The shirt that I was wearing the shirt that I'm wearing on the site is a small, but I have a few female friends. They purchase it size small, fit them just fine. I think Dom was wearing a size small as well. Let's see. How many times a week do you visit any same store multiple times, or do you go to different ones daily? So I don't go to the same stores every day. I try to hit up at least one store every day. Some days I might, like today, I didn't go to any stores. I just wasn't in the mood. But usually I always hit up at least one store. several different times. I never try to go at the same time because you never really know when they're gonna restock. And if I keep going late, I might always get there too late. And if I get there too early, I might just always get there before they put stuff out. So I just try to go different stores, different times. USPS is slowing down purposely. Carriers are not to get overtime in a nutshell. Oh wow! So they're like on strike or trying to prove something. That's gonna be bad for business. I need to Google this because I didn't know about that. Sounds like they preparing for a strike or something. Let's see, how does returns work when the buyer pays shipping? I have my listings as buyer pays returns, but I refunded the full amount they paid me, so I'm out of that original shipping cost. If the item was not as described, that's probably what happens. I'm not exactly sure. Like I was saying before, all my items, I include the cost of shipping. But anytime you're refunding something, you usually do have to refund the cost of shipping too. So, Akil, can you do a video on shipping and actual walkthrough while sending items out? There are tons of questions on shipping. Yeah, I got that pirate ship video out now. I might do some other shipping videos. Just try to make a few of them just so people can get that information. It's a known fact that USPS is slowing down the mail as per the new CEO of the USPS. The Reseller report on YouTube reported it today. Heads up for fourth quarter. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. Reseller report. I'm gonna have to check him out. Let's see. I have had bad luck selling Nike internationally, 3-day ban. So I use global shipping. Have you had any issues with Vero complaints after listing them with international shipping other than global? No, I actually only use the global shipping program. I don't ship items out like regularly in like regular international mail. I only use the global shipping program, and I'm pretty sure that's making me miss out on some sales, because if I was to at least ship items to Canada, I'm pretty sure I would probably make some more Canadian sales. But for me, the shipping process is just so smooth just doing it the global shipping program. Granted, the buyer has to pay more fees. I think they have to pay like a higher import tax or something like that. But honestly, I don't ship that many items internationally. Probably if I had to count, maybe 10 packages a month, maybe. But I mean, I've never got into any trouble with Vero. I know there was a couple times where I listed some stuff that's on the Vero list, and I sold it and it was perfectly fine. Then there were other times where I listed some stuff that wasn't on Vero, and I got Vero strikes, basically giving me a warning saying that I wasn't allowed to sell that particular item. So the Vero list is it's kind of weird, kind of tricky, but in terms of shipping stuff, I've never had anything. Let's see. They take the limit away after a few sales. Yeah, that for sure. If you're making some sales on eBay and you got any limits, once you start making some sales, you should be good. What is the software you are using to have the person name come up on the screen with the question or comment? This is StreamYard in the what's this, top right corner, top left corner. You can see it says powered by StreamYard, and that's what I'm using. I used to use just YouTube. I used to just go live via YouTube, but I felt like it was very glitchy, very slow. It was very delayed. Like I would be on like 15 minutes ahead and people would still be, way back. So StreamYard is cool. And I think the camera quality is way better too. Let's see. Akil, have you been keeping up with the virus in your area so you know if another shutdown may happen? Honestly, I'm really not even trying to put too much energy around, the virus and all of that. I every once in a while, like I'll let a few days go by and I'll check the news and see what the reports are saying. But I'm trying not to like spend too much time watching all that stuff. Let's see. We have 85 watching and 22 thumbs up. Hit the button, people. Yes, please hit that thumbs up. It definitely helps the channel out. Let's see. What kind of items are you looking to stock your stores with for fall and winter? This will be my first holiday season as a reseller, so I want to stock up now. Very good question. So I'm definitely focusing on boots, like any type of winter boots, winter jackets, like puffer jackets, puffer vests, all those types of stuff sell really well between from basically the whole fourth quarter up until about February, March. You'll still see a decent amount of sales coming from winter type stuff. So definitely stock up on winter boots, those vests, coats, snowboarding gear, like snowboarding pants, the snowboarding jackets. Burton, that's a really good brand to be on the lookout for. Like anything related to those type of stuff usually does sell pretty well. Come to think of it, I was finding a lot of snowboarding stuff when I was in Santa Barbara because, like I said, it's a very wealthy area, so people probably would go back and forth to wherever the snow was in Cali. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find those types of stuff in thrift stores now, but depending on where you are, you definitely want to check out for those type of stuff. Because fourth quarter, if you're selling brand new with tags items, just me speaking from experience, last year when I invested a lot of money into UGG like inventory, it took a while to sell because I bought a lot of those stuff in the summertime. But once fourth quarter came around, those stuff was flying off the shelves. And the year before that, I heard people say fourth quarter is huge. So I did a lot of thrifting and I just tried to buy a bunch of stuff that I could find. But I wasn't seeing that same type of return, that same type of action from thrifted items. I didn't see much of a increase in sales when I was just doing thrifted. So once I switched up my store and I started having brand new with tags, that's when I was getting more sales. Let's see, Brother Akil, have you had any luck with garage sales yet? I haven't gone to any garage sales out here yet, and I don't even know if there have been garage sales. I probably should have been checking because now it's like garage sale season. But because of the virus, I'm just assuming people won't be having garage sales, but they probably are, and I'm probably missing out. I'm probably playing myself by not going, but I haven't gone to any out here since I've been. Let's see. Can you explain what exactly fourth quarter is? I have a basic idea. So fourth quarter is the fourth quarter of the fiscal year. So basically from September to December 31st, I think like September 15th, around there is when basically more people are shopping. More people are online because everybody's buying gifts. People usually start buying gifts as early as the summertime sometimes. But during that fourth quarter time is when people are buying gifts for themselves, shopping for their kids, their wives, their, significant others. So a lot of people are just shopping. It's Christmas time. So that's the whole like fourth quarter situation. I just try to be prepared for it because, like I said before, my goal for this year was 300,000 in gross sales. And because of, the virus and all these things that came about, I wasn't able to buy as much inventory as I probably would have been getting during those couple of months. So now I'm just trying to play catch up, and I think we're doing pretty good. We should hit that goal as long as sales do well during fourth quarter. So as usual, of course, I'm gonna keep you guys updated. Let's see, money troubles. USPS is struggling and has been for years. How are they having money troubles? They're the post office. They shouldn't. That's crazy. I gotta do more research on that. I might do a video on that. But this is crazy. This is news to me. Let's see. Would you consider selling kids' clothes? Not kids' clothes, maybe kids' shoes I might get into if I can get a good deal. Clothing, I'm not a big fan of selling the clothing like that anymore. Maybe, like I said, brand new clothing. Maybe if it's dope Nike stuff I get for a deal. But for me, the reason why I'm like so off of clothing now is because I realized I spent so much time cleaning, ironing, storing it, and then it just wasn't selling as fast. It depends on what brands you're selling. If you got good brands, they fly off the shelf. But if you're selling a lot of the basic stuff, it takes a very long time to sell. And right now, in particular, with so many stores having these crazy sales, because retail as a whole is down. Well, not necessarily, but just retail as a whole. All these stores are having great sales, so it's just hard to push clothing like that. So I'm just kind of over it. Kids, adults, women, children, I don't want to do it. Now let's see, Dami's World, I'm good. Okay, y'all having a whole conversation in the chat. That's what's up. Let's see, have you ever done retail arbitrage at Costco? Close hards? No. Costco, I don't even have a Costco membership, but I'm pretty sure it's opportunities. I know if I was an Amazon seller, I probably would have did some Costco stuff, but I don't even have like a Costco card or anything. Let's see. Have you been stocking up on toys since it's almost about that time? I've honestly never sold toys during fourth quarter. This might be my first year doing it, but I've never sold toys. So I'm gonna try to see if I can find some places to source from. I saw like Ross and Burlington got toys now. So I'm gonna see if I can get in there, but I'm gonna have to do some research because I don't even know which toys are hot, which toys are not. I have no clue. So I'm gonna be getting into a whole new market once I do start doing it, and I'll keep you guys up to date with that too. Our Marquee Boost shoes are good buy. It depends on the price. Marquee Boost, those Adidas, they don't really sell that well. It's not like a very hype shoe at all. I was selling them like 40, $50. I was finding a lot of them during the clearance sales at Ross for like $2.99, but a lot of those were like size 16, size 17. So those were tough. But if you can go to Marshalls and probably find them for like maybe $15 or less, I would say take a chance on it. But I just know they're not big money makers, so it really just depends on your purchase price. You killed it with those ugly. Yes, I was, man. It was like that was the first month where I grossed over 10,000 in sales. That was my very first time doing that. Never forget that. That was amazing. That was just last year. Like, it's crazy how time like changes, because I remember at that point I was never seeing 10,000 in sales. Now it's become more normalized, but at that point, boy, I was hype. We got a $20 super chat from Peter Calabro, my man. Thank you very much. $20 from Peter, my man. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much. Let's see. Jay Move. Some stores in my area still have winter clothing out, and it was 96 degrees today. Many states have tax-free weekends with sales everywhere. A good chance to get some retail arbitrage very cheap. Yeah, that's what's up. Because that's the thing. If you could get it, because just 6 months ago, I was saying I'm not trying to do clothing anymore. I'm trying to get off of it. Then I went to Dillard's, and Dillard's had that 90% off sale, and I bought like 200 pairs of shorts and 100 pairs of pants. For somebody that's trying to get out of clothing, I invested so much money into the clothing. But a deal like that, when you're getting stuff 90% off, you got to do it. But like I said, I'm trying not to do the clothing. So that's why a lot of times people in my videos, they'll see me go to Ross, and I don't even show any clothing footage because I'm trying not to do the clothing. But if you can get it for a good deal and it's a good brand, as main thing is it's a good brand that sells, you could do your thing. Just know that it's more work. Do you still find good stuff at Marshalls? All the stores real dry over here in Virginia. I haven't gone to Marshalls in like maybe 3 weeks. It's been a while. The last time I went to Marshalls had red tag sales. So I went and I cleared up a bunch of shoes, got a lot of good stuff. 2 or 3 weeks after that, I went back again. Then I started to see that it was getting dry. And people on like social media, I was seeing them finding foam posits and Jordans and crazy stuff. I wasn't finding none of that, so I just stopped going. And it's not that close to me. So if it was close, I probably would have went. Let's see. Have you ever sold vintage display single shoes? Nope, I have not done that. I've seen people do that though. They sell like just one shoe, and I'm pretty sure it might be people buying it that might just be a collector. They might be handicapped, so they might just want one shoe. There's various reasons why people sell them, but they still sell. So, I mean, get it listed. You might have to wait for the right buyer, but get it listed. Let's see. When you say you are stocking up for Q4, do you wait and drop them Q4 hits, or are you listing them now still? No, I'm listing them now. Like everything I'm getting, even if it's a coat, I'm listing it now. Big coats, big boots, it's going up now because you never know. People might buy it now, and then I just get my money back faster. So the faster I can get it up, the easier it is. Let's see. Akil, congrats on the different sponsorships you have gotten recently. We see you out here on Instagram. That's what's up. Thank you. Your boy's trying to get to the bag by any means possible. And these sponsorships is great because it's like I almost forget that I have a good following on Instagram. So it's just one of those opportunities where bring in different streams of income. It's a blessing. 6Y Women's Vintage Floral Presto Extreme. Picked up today for nothing at Ross. I usually don't do youth, but I did the comps and they were going way north of 100, but haven't done kids' shoes since fourth quarter. Vintage Floral Extreme. I don't know. Well, I know the Prestos, but I mean, if they selling for good money, that's what's up. Prestos usually like I've sold Prestos for 100 plus before, but it's rare. Very rare do I come across in like a quality pair of Prestos. So good find for you. Akil toys last fourth quarter, mainly Burlington. I killed on Transformers. Transformers, thanks for the tip. I need that because I don't know what to even look for. Where did you get your shelving for your storage bins? I just got a couple more from Home Depot. Before I was getting them on Home Depot, I was getting them from garage sales. A lot of times people would sometimes I even got a couple of them from thrift stores too. But the ones I got from Home Depot was $60 and it just helped me keep a neat and tidy inventory. Let's see. Clothing has been real slow. Other than shoes, what do you like to source most? Right now, I'm sourcing a lot of hard goods. I'm sourcing a lot of like random electronics. So when I do go to the thrift stores, like I said, not Savers, not Goodwill, we not going there no more. I would usually pick up like those cordless house phones. Those are selling really well. That Bose Sound Dock I just picked up a couple days ago. That one sold within a matter of days. Like power tools, like drills, drill batteries, all those type of stuff are selling really well. And it's just like something good that I'm trying to just get into a little more, just so that I can kind of diversify the store. I love the fact that my store is just looks more professional now, and I feel just better about it. But at the same time, I know how important it is to diversify stuff. So that's what I'm trying to do. And as long as it's selling fast, I'm cool. Like I just needed to get out the house fast. Let's see. In 2006, USPS was forced to fund their pensions for 75 years, 110 billion. That's why they going broke. They still trying to pay out them pensions. That's crazy. Marshalls is rough. Just there doing a ton of women's summer shoes. Wish I knew how to flip them. Yeah, honestly, if I was you, unless they're like pennies or a couple bucks, I probably wouldn't even mess with them right now. Only because summer's almost over, and you might not be able to sell those until next summer. I mean, you might still be able to sell them and ship them to Arizona because it's going to be hot here for a while. But I probably wouldn't invest too much into women's summer shoes right now. Anything else, maybe like women's boots, I might get into that, but it's a little too close to the end of the summer. If you're shipping shoes, tip, my man Kevin with another tip. Let's go. Keep them coming. If you're shipping shoes in a padded envelope, but you can't quite seal the end, you can cover the opening with the white eBay branded tape. The white eBay tape blends in with the envelope. My man Kevin, that's what I do. That's the tip I know. But you got all the tips. Thank you very much. That's what I like. I like it. Everybody sharing tips, making life easier for everybody. That's what it's about. Imagine if everybody did that all the time. Just imagine. Let's see. Just went to Marshalls in Georgia. Tons of Adidas and Nikes for $29.99. Just make sure you typing in the style code and making sure you're checking the comps, because Marshalls is good for having cheap stuff, but the resale on a lot of those stuff, they don't sell for that much. So make sure you're checking the style codes on the Nike stuff. The Nike style codes usually start with 2 letters, or sometimes they might just be, I think it's a 7-digit number or 9 digits. And with Adidas, you use the art code. So it starts with art, and whatever the art is after that, you can use that, and that's how you can check the comps on those. But just always check the comps, because Marshalls they get good stuff sometimes, but most of the time it's very low end stuff. Yeah, bro, crazy Presto find. That's what's up. Let's see. Thank you, Akil, and all you guys in the chat for the fourth quarter tips. I sell on Kidizen. I never heard of that one, and sales have been good. So definitely keeping toys and kid shoes in mind. I never heard of Kidizen. There's so many platforms to sell on now. It's crazy. Never heard of that one. Is there an application that I could look up prices and sales? I don't sell on eBay. Thank you. If you don't sell on eBay, you can still check the comps on eBay. Just download the app, and that's how I usually check comps. I just go to the sold list. I go into the filters, then I go into the sold and completed, and it tells you how much items have sold for in the last 90 days. You could always use Poshmark too, but Poshmark is tough because people accept super low offers on Poshmark and Mercari as well. So it will be kind of tough to see the real market value, but definitely I think eBay is probably the best place to check the comps. That's what I use. What's the best place to buy coats that will sell for a good profit? Ross/TJ Mark type stores or the actual outlets? I'm gonna actually go to all of those places. I've been finding some jackets in Ross and Burlington already, and I've just been picking them up, and I've started listing a few of them already. And as long as you can find them for a good deal, just pick them up now. All of those places you mentioned, Ross, TJ Maxx, the outlets, everywhere. I know I think it's in Florida where somebody that I follow on YouTube, balling on a budget, he had picked up some like Nike Supreme jackets, and I think it was a bunch of them that he found. I don't know if he bought all of them, but I mean, he's not a reseller, but he just goes to outlets for fun, and he just kind of documents the journey, and he found a ton of them. So definitely, if you can find wherever you can find them, you know what I mean. Women's summer shoes have still been selling for me eBay, but mostly Posh. Yeah, they're gonna sell pretty good now, but just thinking long term, it's one of those things where if you got them already in your inventory, you got to get rid of them. But for somebody to invest more into it now, I don't know if that's the best idea. Let's see. I found 3 pairs of Jordan Pro Tro React for Marshalls for 40 each. Each have not sold. 40 each have not sold the pair. Yeah, the Jordan Pro Tro Reacts. Those was in Ross for a while too, for around the same price. I think there was either 50. I think they were either 49 or 59. But I wasn't picking them up either. I think a lot of those Jordans just like, unless it's like a very specific team Jordan that people really like, it's very tough to move like those random type of Jordans because people just not wearing them. Check out Sellhound. That gives you the market value. Yeah, I heard about Sellhound. That's a good one. Thanks for that tip. That's a very good one too. How much are you averaging? How much you average selling a weed? Just grab the red one without the sensor. So if it's not complete, I usually might just sell. I haven't sold an incomplete Wii in a while, so I would probably say maybe $40. If it's a red one, maybe 40, maybe a little more. I actually have a Wii right now that I listed, and at first I had it listed for 100 because I was selling them for 90 all day long. So I just said, let me just raise the price. I wasn't getting any action. Then I lowered the price to 85. Still no action. So I don't know if the video game wave is kind of dying down, and if people are going, the Wii market is going back to the usual rate, because at one point Wii's was only selling for like $50. Then they went from 50 to 90 to 100 plus. So the Wii market value is probably going down, but I mean, still give it a shot. If you don't have the sensor, I mean, if you got everything else, especially if you got a controller, you can still sell it for some good money. Kitty's In is honestly popping right now. Kids shoes go for good money. I follow Ginger Marvin and Becky Park for help getting started. Both are awesome. I'm gonna have to check that out. I've never heard of that one. I'm gonna have to. I think I've seen Becky Park's channel, so I'm gonna check that out. I sell on there too, and it's crazy how much people would spend on kids' clothes. Yeah, it is crazy. I was talking to my wife about that. I know when I have kids, they get their stuff from the thrift store because they grow so fast. It don't make sense to spend all that money. I mean, I might get them some nice shoes from the outlet, but nah. Yeah, Dom said nah, so I guess nah. I guess not. Our kids might not even need to wear shoes. They could wear shoes, but baby, there's some socks. Yeah. I ain't wasting no money on that. I gotta buy my own shoes. I'm gonna buy them some shoes too. And they don't even know how to walk yet. Psh, forget about it. Let's see. I have been selling a lot of Echo Unlimited shirts on Poshmark. Echo Unlimited. What? Echo? That's crazy. People are buying Echo. Why? That is from like 2006. Shout out to you, because I would never imagine. Maybe it's trending now. Maybe the vintage stuff coming back. I don't know. Let's see. If you know what kids brands sell, you're golden. Yeah, I might have to get on that market for sure. Let's see. Maybe you can do a Tip Tuesday or Tip Thursday where everyone can share their tips / ideas. That'll be dope. That'll be real dope. Maybe I should. How would I go about doing that though? That's a good idea. I'm gonna have to think about that a little more. So when y'all having kids, yo, don't have my wife come up in here again. Y'all already know she gonna turn up. You having kids when we ready. All right, y'all. So I think that's all the questions we got. I've been on here for about an hour, so it's been all good. Shout out again to Peter for that $20 super chat. You are definitely greatly appreciated. Thank you very much, bro. Let me see if you got any other. Right, I gotta buy my own shoes. You already know. Gotta buy your own shoes. But anyway, I'm gonna see y'all guys in the next video. Thanks everybody for checking this one out. Before you guys go, please hit that like button. It definitely helps the channel grow. channel is growing. We're picking up some steam. So definitely just hit the like button, help your boy out a little bit. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Dom, you got any words before we head out? Not today. Not today. All right, Dom is chilling today. All right, y'all. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.